Welcome to tonight's live stream. I am going to get started with tonight's show in a minute. I just need to let everybody on social media know that the show is getting ready to start. Good evening, D-Wood 78 Part 2. Glad to see you here. Okay, I'm going to get ready to get right into tonight's topic. And tonight's topic, I'm talking about your Derrick Jaxn and the tricks of your fake good men. Now, earlier, before the revelations about Derrick Jaxn came out, I made a classic video called Beware the Fake Good Man. And to some, that video was prophetic because around the same time I made that video, your Derrick Jaxn scandal came out from YouTuber Tasha K, who revealed that your Derrick Jaxn was out here cheating with a woman for the second time on his wife. Now, your Derrick Jaxn was one of those guys who wanted to go out here and castigate black men for not treating black women right, and he wanted to go out here and put himself up as the ideal man as related to how to go out here and treat black women. He wanted to go out here and promote himself as a so-called good black man who was doing right by the sisters, but this so-called good man was just putting on a veneer, and he was nothing more than a wolf in sheep's clothing. Now, this wolf in sheep's clothing, he used the same approaches that many of your black pastors use to go out here and fleece their majority black female flock. And what these pastors go out here and do is they go out here and manipulate the word of God, making themselves to be this moral bastion of ideals and presenting themselves as the ultimate picture of the good man, because as a so-called man of God, this man is not capable of doing any wrong, so women can go out here and trust them. And that's exactly the same type of gimmick that your Derrick Jaxn was using as related to trying to go out here and sell himself. I mean, when I look at your Derrick Jaxn, he is no different than your black pastor or the late Kevin Samuels, and they wanted to go out here and present a gimmick that gets your black women's attention. And as they look to go out here and get your black woman's attention, they tell the black woman what she wants to hear, because many of these individuals already know that your black woman is emotional. And because they know that your black woman is emotional, she doesn't think critically about a single thing that any of these men are saying. No, what they do is they get caught up in their feelings because these men are saying the right things. And because a guy like a Derrick Jaxn goes out here and says the right things, This goes out here and stimulates the black woman's feelings. And as she's out here getting her feelings stimulated, she's believing that this man is good because he's telling her good things, but he's not going out here and presenting her anything as related to values and character. And this is how many naive and gullible black women get taken advantage of by men like your Derrick Jaxn, because what they do is they go out here and pander to these women by telling them what they want to hear, by saying all the right things and presenting themselves as this whole social construct of a good man. Now, this whole concept of a good man is basically a social construct that many black women go out here and create. And this is something that they create because they want to go out here and buy into the lie. And they want to buy into the lie because they want to have an idea of a man that fits into their imagined concept of what they believe to be a good man. Now, the whole problem with this whole concept that they have is that, again, this is a man-made concept, and it was made by places, institutions like Madison Avenue and Hollywood. They and shows like the Oprah Winfrey Show. They sell you this whole concept of a good man. They create the social construct of this good man. And as your black women buy into that construct, they create a covert contract with these types of males. And as they create these covert contracts, they're hoping that this man will be the ideal that they could believe in. And this is where your black men like this, like your Derrick Jaxn, come in. They look to go out here and become this social construct, and they look to go out here and get in on that covert contract by making a deal where they will go out here and give this black woman a pass. And as they're giving the black woman a pass, they're hoping to go out here and get a pass for themselves. That's all part of the deal that your so-called good man goes out here and creates. And he creates this deal so that he can go out here and be able to go out here and do dirt in the black community. And the black woman co-signs this deal. She co-signs this deal because she herself wants to be able to get away with her irresponsible, reckless, and ratchet behavior. And because she wants to get away with her irresponsible, reckless, and ratchet behavior, she goes along with this whole concept of the good man. But the truth is, neither one is good in the first place. No, both individuals are extremely dishonest. And because they are extremely dishonest, they are both trying to sell us the idea, oh, I'm looking for a good man. No, that's just complete BS. Because many of these women, they aren't looking for a good man. No, what they're looking for is a man who is good for them. And I talk about that in depth in my book, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single. And you can get Why 70% of Black Women Are Single on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. And this book will show you why 70% of black women are single, because 70% of black women, they want to go out here and get that covert contract fulfilled where a man will just lie to them. Where they will lie to them, and they want to go out here and believe the lies. Just like what Ringo talked about in his classic live stream, where he talked about many women want to be lied to, and many black women, they want to believe the lies that these fake good men tell them. Now, these fake good men, they only put on the veneer of what is good for the black woman. And as they put on that veneer, it's all flash, but there's no real substance to their so-called goodness. Again, they are what are good for the black woman at the time, the things that they find appealing to them. And what's appealing to your modern day black woman is a so-called good man who goes out here and has the looks that are good, like your Derrick Jaxn had. Your Derrick Jaxn was possibly a 6 foot tall dude, possibly had the muscles, and had the look that made him appealing to women. And what they liked was seeing this incredibly handsome man saying the right things that they wanted to hear. And again, this was all a sales pitch by your Derrick Jaxn to sell himself to these black women. And that's the major part of his whole gimmick, is it was a hook to go out here and sell the black woman on his business ventures. What your Derrick Jaxn wanted to do was sell the black woman on buying his books, and more importantly, buying into his fantasy, because his fantasy was he was going to sell himself as the good man. And as he sold himself as the good man, black women could go out here and turn to this man and say, hey, here's a good brother, because he's out here saying all the right things they want to hear, that there are so-called good black men out there, and that there are good black men who agree with them. And as those so-called good black men go out here and agree with them, they can say that there's a man out here looking to do the right thing, but he really isn't looking to do the right thing. He's doing what's right as he sees it for him. And what he wants to do is present himself as this, again, paragon of goodness. But that paragon of goodness is nothing but evil, because a fake good black man, what he is, again, is presenting you with an illusion. He's telling you what you want to hear. He's going out here presenting that image that you find attractive. And because many women do not have a father in their life to model manhood for them or show them an example of manhood, what happens to many of those black women is they buy into this gimmick that this man is selling you. They buy into this image that this man is presenting, not understanding that this dude is just going out here and presenting you a tangible image of a social construct that was created by Madison Avenue and Hollywood, and women like Oprah Winfrey and women like Terry McMillan, who push the narrative of your good black man. But this man does not exist in the world. No, when I wrote Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, I explained that this man does not exist because, again, he is an imaginary social construct. And what happens with imaginary social constructs is women go out here and they buy into these concepts, not understanding that Madison Avenue and Hollywood create and craft and construct these images. And as you go out here and buy into that image, you believe that image and that fantasy to be real. I mean, this is something that they project onto black men, but the whole thing is this so-called good black man isn't really a good man at all. No, he's good for the black woman because he stimulates her feelings. And what they want to do as they stimulate the black woman's feelings is get that woman to buy whatever they're selling. And as they get the black woman to buy what they're selling, they get her to go out here and buy consumer products, like in the case of a Derrick Jaxn, like your Steve Harvey before him got the black woman going out here and buying their books. And what they do is get you to buy the books with the information in them that tells the black woman what she wants to hear. Hey, Chris Bennett, glad to see you here. Thank you, Mr. Travelot, for the super chat. Really appreciate it. He says, hey, man, keep doing your thing. And I'm going to keep doing my thing because I know what's going on with this fake good man. And again, this fake good man is another gimmick that guys go out here and use to go out here and take advantage of naive and gullible black women who are looking for a good black man that was advertised way back in the 90s with Terry McMillan, who was one of the first to sell you the idea of the good black man. This guy who is absolutely unrealistic. This 6 foot tall guy, rippling muscles, makes six figures, drives a luxury car. That's the guy who that they sold to black women. And your Derrick Jaxn is an idealization of that good black man that they had presented in the media. And what he does is he goes out here and sells that gimmick to people. And part of selling that gimmick of a good black man to black women is to go out here and have a black woman on his arm. That's what Derrick Jaxn's wife basically was to him. Derrick Jaxn's wife was not a real woman. No, that was an attachment that he put on his arm, and he put that attachment on his arm so he could go out here and sell the masses of black women, because the easiest way to get more black women attracted to you is to have a black woman on your arm. Because once you say that you are in a relationship, most of these other black women, this gets their attention, and it gets their attention because women are naturally competitive. And when they see a black man with a black woman on their arm, they go out here and they think, oh, I want to see if I can go out here and get that man from that woman. And that's a way he can go out here and sell himself. Because when that woman is on his arm, that's a sales trigger for him, because again, he knows women are emotional. And because he knows that women are emotional, what he does is have that woman in the picture with her natural hair saying that, hey, I love black women. No, he loves getting your attention, because he knows by having that woman on his arm, what that does is make it where it's easier to go out here and sell his books to you and sell his seminars to you. Because if he can go out here and sell his books and seminars, that's how he goes out here and makes money off the black woman. And as the black woman is sitting there in the seminar wondering how she can go get the good man, she doesn't know that she's being played for a sucker. And she's being played for a sucker because here's a guy with the look, here's a guy with the message, and as he's sitting there saying all the right things, he can get you to buy his product, and he can get you to, he can sell you on his ideas. And as he's selling you on these ideas, we all know that it's complete BS, but the black woman will buy these books thinking, oh, your Derrick Jaxn has the solution. No, he has the solution to his financial problems. And as he has the solution to his financial problems, he'll keep you buying his books. And all the while, sadly, many of these sisters won't be able to think critically about the situation. And they won't be able to think critically about the situation because they won't really realize that much of the information in that book is complete BS. Because if this information worked, you have to ask the critical question, why is the black woman still single at the end of the day? I mean, this was a question I asked way back in the early 2000s when your Steve Harvey came out with the book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. And we saw millions of black women running to go get this book. And I even had a family member go out here and get this book. And after she got through with that book, she was still single. And after I read that book and used it as part of my research for why 70% of black women are single, I heard the same BS talking points that your Derrick Jaxn uses, and those same BS talking points, they didn't work when Steve Harvey was selling this book, and they don't work when your Derrick Jaxn is out here selling the same talking points. Because many of these black women, they buy into these stories that these men sell. Oh, there's a good man out there. There's a good guy out there. But the whole problem is that many of these black women don't want to go out here and see that the reason why they're not attracting a good black man as they're looking for is because they aren't good themselves. And again, like attracts like, because you've got black women out here who are attracting pookies and ray-rays to them, and they don't see that you're not going to find that black man because you have absolutely nothing in common with this man. No, you cannot go out here and find what you're looking for because you're looking for something that's completely different. I mean, you have women out there buying into the Madison Avenue and Hollywood concept. Oh, I'm going to find this high value man who makes six figures and looks real good. Meanwhile, they are over 200 pounds or more, and they don't do any of the things that these men go out here and do, and they don't go to the places that these men go out here and frequent. You'll have them going to the Hood Spot Club thinking that this guy who makes six figures and has a good education is going to be coming down to that spot, not understanding that these Ivy League Harvard guys or these guys making this kind of money, they're not coming down to the hood. They're not coming down to these local spots. No, they don't even want to meet meet black women. No, in many cases, if they go meet black women, they are in their social circles and they're a part of organizations like a Jack and Jill or one of these other elite organizations. Those are the places that these people meet because they want to go out here and build wealth. They're not out here getting involved with your average black woman, even if she's got all of these degrees. No, they have no interest in them because it's all about the families that you come from. And this was something that was talked about in a book that I read a long time ago called Our Kind of People. But you can't explain that to your modern day black woman who is out here buying into the snake oil sold by guys like Derrick Jaxn, who are out there telling them that there's a good man out there and that they are a representation of that good black man, but they're not a representation of anything good because these men do not have good character, because a so-called good black man has no character whatsoever because these men are just liars from minute one. They are extremely dishonest, and they're just trying to sell you a story that is presented to you in many kinds of movies, like with your Tyler Perry movies, because in Tyler Perry's movies, he's oftentimes presenting us with this so-called good black man who is usually a light-skinned dude. And as he's presenting us with this good black man, he's out here pandering to this woman, catering to this woman who already is in a relationship. And most black women, again, don't think critically and say, why is this dude who's supposed to be a good Christian man in this Tyler Perry movie out here trying to get with a woman who is already in a relationship? Because, again, that's not a man of character, because a man of character only gets involved with women who are not in relationships and are available to him. And it's because he knows that if a woman is emotional and she's emotionally available, that's going to lead to a healthy relationship with them. He's not going to get involved with a woman who is already in relationships with with other people, because when you get involved with people in relationships with other people, they are already have emotional attachments to them. They are already have spiritual bonds to them, because if they've had sex, they've already had a spiritual bond where the DNA has been bonded with that person. And that's what the person understands, that they go, okay, that person's already in a relationship. That's the boundary I'm not going to cross. But the so-called fake good black man, he will go out here and try to push past those boundaries because he sees a woman he covets. And because he sees a woman he covets, what he does is he goes out here and justifies, oh, it's okay for me to go out here and talk to a woman who is already in a relationship. And that's where this dude basically shows us how dishonest he is and how little self-esteem he actually has, because what these guys do, they're scavengers, and what they do is they wait outside somebody's job or somebody's house looking to go dig in their garbage and looking to go pick up a woman at the curbside of her home. These guys, again, are garbage pickers. And again, they just are just reprehensible because they're going in this woman's garbage looking for a woman. And again, a man of character, he's not going to be going into a woman's garbage or waiting for a relationship to end. No, a man of character, he's going to be dealing with single women. And that's something that many of your women don't understand about these fake good men. They never ask themselves, okay, why is this dude standing outside my house? He already knows I have a boyfriend. He already knows that I'm with somebody. But what he does is he's out here showing her that he's dishonest. And again, if a woman entertains that kind of guy, you have to realize that her character is equally ratchet too. Because with many of these so-called fake good men, they will go out here and cheat with a woman, and they will think it's cool to go out here and dirty Mac another guy's lady and go out here and get with another guy's lady. But then when that same woman goes out here and does him dirty, he's getting mad and he's losing his mind, not understanding a principle I talk about in many of my videos. If she will cheat with you, she will cheat on you. And if she's cheating with you, she's going to cheat on you. And you just put yourself in a bad situation. But that doesn't matter to guys like your Derrick Jaxn, because guys like your Derrick Jaxn are basically, they want to go out here and do this dirt, but what they want to do is put a nice veneer on their image so that they can feel good about doing the dirt that they're participating in. So with a lot of these guys, they will go out here and they will create this image of a good black man. Then they will go out here, get themselves a black wife. And as they get themselves a black wife, what they will do is use her again as an attachment to attract other black women to them. And as they're using her to attract other black women to them, they sell their products. And in some cases, like a Derrick Jaxn, but in many cases, these guys sell themselves. And as they're out here, they're using this woman again as a selling point. And that's where I'm hearing the talking point where guys are talking about as related to what they call a starter wife. Now, the starter wife is a concept that many of your whoremongers use, and this comes from your gold diggers. And what your starter wife is a woman that a guy goes out here and uses as an attachment to sell himself. And again, he uses her to lay the foundations for his enterprise. And as he uses her to lay the foundation for his enterprise, he gets her to go out here and help with his image of selling himself. And as he gets her to be out here and sell himself, other women see him and think, oh, that guy's a success. That guy's a good man. He's everything I want. And if he's everything I want, then maybe I need to go out here and go find a way to get with him. And this is something that these guys go out here and do. Chris, I heard about the starter wife just yesterday, but I've heard about it farther before that. And it's something that I heard related to Derrick Jaxn yesterday. And I just connected the dots on it because I know what this is. Hey, GBoot2786, glad to see you here. Your GBoot2786 and I do a live stream every Thursday. And if you want to subscribe to his channel so that you can check out that live stream on every Thursday night, you can sub to his channel by clicking the link in that I'm going to drop in the chat. So okay, and you can sub to that channel and you can check me out on every Thursday. So what happens with this guy again is he uses that wife to be able to get the other women. And what's happening here with your Derrick Jaxn is he's at a point where he thinks he's so successful, he no longer needs that starter wife anymore. And the whole divorce, what he wants to do is use it as a way to go out here and further advance his platform, because with the divorce, now all of those black women who were at his seminars watching him make his speeches and sell his books, now those black women know that they have a shot at him, because many of these women, again, they're dishonest. and they wanted to go out here and see that he was available. And now that he's available, that further increases the value of his brand, because at this point, your Derrick Jaxn now is in the same environment that your black pastor is currently in. Now, your black pastor, he remains single for a reason. And again, it's not because he wants to serve God, it's so he can go get serviced by these women as he's out here after service, because after the service, what he does is go out here and get serviced by these women in his congregation by getting his rod smoked and also getting those women to drop the skid mark thong and getting his carbon rod to get a taste of the atomic waste as they participate in some nuclear fusion. So what your Derrick Jaxn wants to do is, now that he's already been revealed to be a cheater, that's a bonus for him, because again, these dishonest women, what they want to do is go out here and see that if they can go out here and get him to allow them to have a relationship with him, and they can go out here and be in the role of the number one lady. But what he wants to do is everything that he castigated and derided black men for, he wanted to go out here and make black men out to be the bad guy so he could be the good guy. And as the good guy, he believes that he is justified in going out here and getting his rod smoked and also getting her to drop the skid mark thong and get his rod into the atomic waste reactor. And as it's in the atomic waste reactor and he's pumping it with like a piston, she's out here, he's making some nuclear fusion, and he's making the nuclear fusion with all of the ladies. Again, no different than the black pastor who goes out here and fleeces his flock. As they're out here paying to go see his seminars, he's going out here giving them some extra counseling right after the seminar. And now he's free and clear to get all them draws and have a whole bunch of skid mark thongs in his collection. And this is all, again, part of his whole chess game, because as he crafted and cultivated his online persona, he did this so that he could go out here and sell himself and sell these women and be able to get in the beds of all of these different women. Again, many of these black women, they're thinking that, oh, this is a good black man. He's representing what I want. And again, they want to get with the man who is good for them. And as they get with the man who is good for them, because having a man who is a high status man who's out here on social media, as they're out here getting with this dude who is on social media and he's got a big following, this is what women want as related to a Derrick Jaxn, who again is showing you what your fake good black man is. And your fake good black man is nothing more than a whoremonger. And what he is that he's mad that these other men are out here and they're getting the women that they want. I mean, basically, they're the same guys who are upset that Pookie and Ray Ray are out here getting all the women that they want. And now that those women have been ran through by your Pookie and your Ray Ray, what they want to do is go out here and try to slide themselves in by putting up this whole gimmick of being a good black man who is going to go out here and do what's so-called right, because that's what they tell these black women. They tell them, I'm the good guy. I'm not going to do you like that other guy did. I'm going to take care of you. I got your back. That's what guys like your Derrick Jaxn go out here and do. They go out here and tell the black woman after she's been burnt up by your Pookie and your Ray Ray, they sell them the hope. They sell them the story, and they sell them this idea. Oh, there's a good brother out there, and that good brother is me. And as the good brother, I'm gonna do you right. When the only thing he wants to do is go out here, get you to drop them skid mark draws, get his carbon rod up in that backside. And once he gets his carbon rod in that backside and gets a shot of that special sauce either on the body or on the face. He then wants to go out here and bounce. And once he does that, he just goes out here and goes to the next woman. Again, when he goes out here, he does more damage than a Pookie or a Ray Ray or a player, because with a Pookie, a Ray Ray, or a player, at least that woman knows that she knows what she's getting into with these dudes. And if she builds a world around those dudes and gets burnt, then that's on her. But this guy, what he does is he goes out here and sells these women on a lie. And as he goes out here and sells the woman on the lie, he does more damage to that woman, because women are emotional, and many women buy into the lies that he's telling, thinking that they're going to go out here and get a man who is supposedly good and supposedly honest. But what happens is this dude burns this woman worse than the so-called players and hustlers and Pookies and Ray Rays. This guy, he makes the promise that he's going to be the good man, but he's out here doing the same dirt. And as he does the same dirt, this woman invests her emotions in this dude. And when she finds out that this dude has gone out here and burnt her extra crispy, that's what leads to your black woman becoming even more bitter, because she went out here and invested her feelings in this man. She invested her trust in this man. And as she invested her feelings and this trust in this man burns her. And once he burns her, this leads to this woman becoming so jaded and cynical that no man can go out here and connect with that woman. No man can go out here and bond with that woman. No man can go out here and build anything with that woman, because her trust has been broken. And once he breaks that woman's trust, that's when that woman starts to become so, again, hard on the outside and the inside that she erects emotional walls. And when she erects those emotional walls, that's when it becomes impossible for another man to get close to her. Because what she does once she's been burnt by the fake good man is she goes out here and projects that man onto every man out here, and that man cannot get close to her because she's still harboring anger towards that man who betrayed her. And if that woman has gone out here and had sex with that man, she's got a spiritual bond with that man as related to her becoming one with him. And as her soul is tied to that man, what happens is that she just feels so much hurt that she cannot go out here and connect with another man. The scars are so deep that this becomes, again, impossible to have any relationship with this woman. And that's the emotional damage that a guy like Derrick Jaxn does, because he goes out here, he talks about how he's the good man, but he participates in a greater evil than the Pookie and the Ray Ray, because the Pookie and the Ray Ray, while they are jerks, a lot of those guys are not really understanding how relationships work. And again, they just are who they are because they were raised dysfunctional in single mother households. But this man already knows about the emotional damage that these women have, but looks to go out here and exploit these women. So what he wants to do, again, is use the black woman to go out here and, again, be able to go run through them. And he wants to be able to go out here and run through many of these women by selling them this idea: I'm a good man, I'm doing right by this woman, I'm being a decent brother. And again, he's only a decent brother on the surface for a while, because everything with him is an act and everything with him is a veneer. So he'll go out here and be like, oh, I'm this good guy, I've got this good job, I'm taking care of myself, and I want you in my life, when he really doesn't want to build anything with you. No, he wants to sell you a fantasy of being this good brother by going out here and telling the black women what they want to hear. And again, as they're listening to the buzzwords that this guy is saying, like, I've got a good job, I'm making X amount of dollars. I got a house. I got all of this stuff. I can take care of you. It sounds really good, but the whole thing is because there's no men in the community to vet this dude. This guy goes out here and he's not checked because if there were men in the community that to deal with this kind of guy, your fake good man wouldn't last 5 seconds. And that's another thing that's a major problem in the black community. We don't have any men in the community to vet these dudes because that's how your fake good black man runs around and runs his game because there's no men to go out here and vet these dudes because when there were fathers in the home, the father would go out here and check this guy out. They would go to his company, ask him where he's working, what he's doing, and then they would go out here and assess his character. And as they're assessing his character and instinctively looking at this dude, they're going to go, okay, this guy is too good to be true. And he's saying the right things, but this guy, I ain't feeling him because I'm sensing something's wrong because everything he's doing, he's making excuses for you because a true to the game man is not going to make excuses for you. No, he's going to let you know if you're messing up. He's going to let you know if things aren't up to standard because if he's got to build with you, he wants to understand that you have flaws and things that you need to work on in order for them to come together and be able to get the household put together. So a man of character, he's going to have long-term things that he's thinking about. But these guys, they go out here and they want to make these things for the short term. And that's what your Derrick Jaxn is all about. He's all about the short term. He's all about selling himself as related to I'm the good guy on the outside. I've got the flash that shows you what you want. Like Bisharna style says, he got the Timberlands on and the t-shirt and the jeans. Again, selling himself as, oh, I'm this good guy and I've got a little street in me. And since I got a little street in me, you need to get with me because I'm a good dude. And again, selling you the fantasy as related to what you want in a man, but he's just selling you again a whole lot of gimmicks and a lot of tricks, and he's presenting an image that you see as an ideal because a lot of black women, they want the guy like a Derrick Jaxn, again 6 feet tall, big muscles, dresses up in the way they want to see him, wearing the Spice Tan Tims and the jeans. And they want that kind of guy, whereas other women want the guy with the Kevin Samuel style with the suit on. Again, selling you an image of a so-called good black man. And again, your black women, they want to be told what they want to hear. They want to be lied to in a lot of cases because they have dishonest intentions. And because they have a lot of dishonest intentions, they go out here and buy into this image of this good on the outside, but rotten on the inside black man. And as they're buying into these good on the outside image, they can go out here and brag to their friends, oh, there's an image of a good brother. Meanwhile, images of regular working class brothers who are on point, they don't want to listen to those brothers because they're not flashy, because a lot of black women, they get flashy. They like flash. Again, they're in a state of arrested development. And this is something I talk about in my book, The Woman Crisis. They like the flashy guys because they look good on the outside. And this is related to their arrested development because a lot of black women act like teenagers. And I talk about this in why 70% of black women are single too. They want the guy who is just like the guys they have in high school. They want the jock, they want the frat, they want the guy making the big money, but they don't understand that all of those things are things that are external. And again, when you get older, you get tired of dealing with this kind of dude. That's what they think that they want until they get it. And a lot of times when women get the fake good man, that's when they realize that they got a lemon worse than Pookie or Ray Ray. Because while Pookie and Ray Ray, were guys who just were not fully equipped. They had a cute look and they had a goofy smile like this. They would go out here and put on that face. And as they're putting on that face, these women are realizing, hey, this man can't meet my emotional needs. One, two, this man can't really keep a job in some cases. And three, this man is not really out here looking to build anything. In a lot of cases, these guys, they just want to go out here and get the big money so they can go out here and get the draws. And that's what the fake good man does. I mean, the fake good man, he'll have a little bit of stuff put together. Some of them may even have a house or a car or something like that. But the whole thing is that now many of these guys, they're not really builders. They only want to get stuff so that they can go out here and use it as attachments to get women. And what they want to do is present themselves as an ideal. And again, these guys are real scavengers because they go out here and they're not looking to go out here and have a relationship with a single woman. A lot of times these guys are scavenging these women who are already either single mothers or they're out here with women who already have boyfriends or are just extremely desperate. These guys are real scavengers because they're just in everybody's garbage looking for whatever scrap of a relationship they can find. And that is one of the things that makes the fake good man different from a man of character. A man of character is not out here looking to get with women who are already with men. They look at a woman who's already with a man and they charge her to the game. And I remember being in high school and I would hear girls say, oh, I've got a boyfriend. That would be a boundary for me. And I'd say, okay, I'm gonna leave her alone. She's already with somebody. I need to go out here and look for somebody who is available. But these guys, they will go out here and be waiting outside somebody's house, waiting to try to pick up a woman who's already got a boyfriend or already got a husband. I mean, these guys they're outside the house of somebody, again, like a dumpster diver, and they're a dumpster diver for vagina. And again, they just go out here looking at guys who already girls who already have boyfriends, girls who already are married, and they're standing outside there waiting for months and even years. And again, the fake good man, this is what makes him pathetic. You're sitting up here waiting outside somebody's relationship, waiting for it to end. And Storm is right. These guys are like vultures. You're out here waiting for somebody's relationship to end. And you're going out here looking to feast on a miserable woman. And that just is one of the things that makes these guys extremely egregious. I mean, they will go out here and look for women who are already out here. Some of them, even after they have boyfriends, some of them are married. And in extreme cases, these women will have children, but they're going to be out here talking about, I'm the good brother, I'm the good man, I'm the good dude, I'm out here looking to do right. But how are you doing right when you're out here looking to get involved with women who are already in a relationship? But that flies over the heads of many of these guys who don't see how they're the bad guy because they've already written an idea in their minds. I'm the good guy. I'm doing the right thing. And since I'm so good, women should see me as the catch. But there's nothing about him that is a catch because he's a scavenger. I mean, he's no different than a roach or a beetle. I mean, he's out here looking for whatever scraps he can find, looking for whatever scraps of attention he can get from women. And he's supposed to be the good guy, but he can't see how he's the villain in this story. And he doesn't see himself as the villain because he's supposed to be the guy who is so nice. He's supposed to be the guy who is so good. He's supposed to be the guy who cares so much. But a man who truly cares about people, he's not going to be out here looking to break up somebody else's relationship or waiting for somebody else's relationship to end. No, he's going to be looking to build his own relationship with an already available woman. That's the difference between a man of character and a fake good man. A fake good man, he goes out here, again, he's not looking to go out here and care about people. It's all about him. It's all about what he wants. And once he gets what he wants, he goes out here and then tries to make excuses for wanting to leave. But the whole thing is that he wants to make himself look like the good guy at the end of the day, but he's not the good guy at the end of the day. No, your fake good man is the bad guy because he's the guy looking to have affairs with women. He's the guy looking to go out here and pump and dump women. But what he wants to do is go out here and say, it's right when I do it. I mean, that's the thing that disgusts me the most. It's right when he does it. But the other guys, they're dogs. The other guys are evil. The other guy's a bad guy for going out here and cheating. But when he cheats, it's perfectly fine. When he does dirt, it's okay. When he goes out here and has children outside of his family, that's okay. That's what's really disgusting about these guys, these fake good men. Oh, it's good when I participate in cheating. It's good when I participate in adultery. It's good when I have children out of wedlock. It's perfectly fine when I do it because I'm a good guy and I'm doing it for good reasons. But when this other man does this, he's a bad guy. And again, that's the hypocrisy of the fake good man. And that hypocrisy gets even worse because, again, these guys make promises like this, and they make these promises, oh, I'm going to do good. I'm going to do right. I'll never put my hands on you. But this is the guy putting his hands on women. I mean, he's the one. And when he puts his hands on the woman, it's perfectly fine. Oh, she made me mad. She wasn't acting right. But this is the same guy. When the other guy is doing it, oh, he's a monster. Oh, he's reprehensible. I'll never do that to you. But when he does it, oh, you aggravated me. And again, just showing you how completely dysfunctional this fake good man is, because everything about this fake good man is only words, and he can't follow through with action. And that is a defining statement as related to his character. Your fake good man is always about words. He's always telling you, oh, I'm the good guy. I'm going to do right. I'm going to do everything better than this other dude. But if he was a good man, he would not even be in the face of this woman who is already in a relationship. No, a man of character is not even near that woman. No, he's not even thinking about that whole situation. He's like, look, that's between you and her. This ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm going to go find somebody else. That's what a man of character is going to do. But your fake good man, he'll go out here looking to sell himself to a woman who's already in a relationship. And then once he gets the women out here like this, he's looking to further go out here and participate in further adultery because he's going to do what's good for him. And what's good for him is he's going to go out here and get as many draws as possible. And that's what your Derrick Jaxn is up to right now. He's looking to go out here and use his divorce as a springboard to going out here and selling himself to as many women as possible. And he's looking to go out here, while he talked bad about black men, he's about to look to go out here and become the same kind of guy he castigated and denounced. And he's looking to go out here and get as many draws as possible. And he's looking to go out here and get as many draws because he now can say, oh, I was married. And as a married man, I'm going out here and I'm going to get with this other woman because in his mind, oh, his wife wasn't doing what he wanted to do. And that's the lie he tells other women. That's possibly the lie he told his first side piece. And that's possibly the lie that he told that this woman who was he was with in that was shown in the Tasha K pictures. Oh, I was things ain't working out with my wife. And then what he tried to do to justify things was saying, oh, I'm going through a divorce. This is classic fake good man game. he'll go out here and again tell women lie after lie. And again, because the women want to go out here and compete with another woman, what they do is think, oh, I'll drop the skid mark thong and I'll take him from him, not understanding the only thing he is taking is those draws and putting them in his collection, and hopefully it won't stink too bad because he's got a lot of those skid mark draws in his collection. So that's what these guys want to do. They want to take advantage of the situation because they understand that in order to get a woman, you've got to have a woman. And that's what the fake good man does, is he takes another man's woman to go out here and get more women. I mean, he's really a foul guy when you really think about it. He wants to go out here and get a wife and make him look like a good guy, but he's really, again, using it all as a facade to sell himself and hopefully get these other women to give him his phone number, her phone number, and then go out here and meet her someplace else. And what they will do is say, oh, I'm working someplace late, I'm going someplace later, so I'm going to be out here, but he's really in this woman's house, and he's in these other women's houses, going out here, giving them a pump of the carbon rod, getting his taste of the atomic waste, and participating in some nuclear fusion. So he's out here, going out here, giving the energy to all of these ladies, and the wife is sitting there and she's out here just seething. And that we see that your Derrick Jaxn's wife, again, participating in dysfunction. She's sitting here participating in witchcraft, talking about, oh, I'm gonna put a curse on those who talk about my relationship. But again, if you're following the Most High and you're covered by the blood of the Messiah, none of that witchcraft works. Now, this is troubling because, again, it's coming from a so-called Christian woman, and a Christian woman should not be out here participating in witchcraft. No, a Christian woman should be out here repenting and realizing that she needs to go to the Most High, because she has every justification for leaving this man under her religion for participating in adultery. And again, you would be thinking, if this man wants to divorce you, you would be thinking about trying to get your assets, but she was out here looking to go out here and pushing to go out here and attack people who are basically trying to help her. But that's the part of the course, because she got caught up in the thrall of the fake good man. And those women who get caught up in the thrall of the fake good man, they are so emotional that they don't think critically, because they are angry that they got duped. But the whole thing is, you got duped by a guy because you didn't have a father in your life. You didn't have a man to vet this guy. And you got duped because he told you exactly what you wanted to hear. And as he told you what you wanted to hear, you went along with him, thinking you were going to get a good man when all you got was played. And that's sadly what happened to Derrick Jaxn's wife. She got played by a fake good man because she never possibly had a man in her life to show her what a man of character is. Like I talked about in a live stream a while back, when you experience a man, it's different than a male. And again, Dr. T. Whitfield, in his book, Male versus Man, mentions the difference between a male and a man. And when you experience a man, it's a whole different situation, because a man is out here looking to lead his wife, and a male is looking to go out here and mislead women. And he's looking to go out here and sell women his gimmick, or sell women his narrative. Oh, you can be obese and find a good man. You can be have a bad attitude and find a good man, but you're not reflecting what that man is. And again, the reason why a lot of women are attracting these men is because like attracts like, and many women have been miseducated by the white feminist movement and the mainstream media to believe that these being loud, argumentative, and having a bad attitude is something considered to be attractive. But you're not going to attract a man of character, because a man of character is going to sit want to set the standards and set the tone, and he's not going to want to deal with a disrespectful, loud, uncooperative female who wants to go out here and call all of the shots. No, that's the woman who's going to go out here and get fired. But the whole thing is Derrick Jaxn tells you, oh, there's a guy out there, and there are no guys out there who's going to deal with that kind of woman who is a man who's going to be a steward under God's order. No, a man who is a steward under God's order, he's going to go out here and be accountable to the Messiah. And as being accountable to the Messiah, he is going to set a standard where even if you don't want to get with his program, he is going to show you the door. But your guys like your Derrick Jaxn, they tell you that there's a guy out there. And no, there's no guy out there who is a man of character who's going to deal with that kind of woman. And he makes you think there are good guys out there who have good jobs and are going to put up with you. But no, he's not going to put up with you. And the guys who will tolerate you, like a Derrick Jaxn, only tolerate you for a moment so that they can go out here and get into that skid mark draws and get themselves a taste of that atomic waste. That's the only guys who deal with this type of woman. And again, you had like the image I showed you, there were lots of women waiting for a guy like a Derrick Jaxn, and that's the flock that he's going to now, similar to your black pastor, and he's hoping to be swimming in atomic waste, and he's hoping to go get as much atomic waste as possible, because at this point, now that he's available, there are lots of dishonest women looking to go get this guy, because now they can implement their covert contract where they think they can go out here and say that they can do a better job with this man. And they think that, oh, this good man is going to go out here and be better with me, and I'm going to make him into a better man. No, all you're going to do is get played by the same type of player that your Pookie and Ray Ray were, but this guy is just slicker about it. And you can't explain this to the modern day black woman who's thinking, oh, I'm going to change him. I'm going to fix him, not understanding that this guy is looking to fix you. And he's looking to go out here and get as much out of you as he looks to monkey branch from one high status woman to the next, because that's what this is all about, because these guys are just like females. And because they're just like females, what they want to do is monkey branch from one woman to the next. And as they're monkey branching from one woman to the next, looking for the highest status female, they're looking to go out here and get as many women as possible. And that's all this is all about as related to your Derrick Jaxn. I mean, he's looking to go out here and take himself to the next level. He's looking to go out here and run game so that he can go out here and get with all of these so-called fly women. He wants to go out here, dump his wife. He doesn't care about the child support. He doesn't even care about the kids at this point. He's all about going out here and being a player and being a Mac. Again, every guy he talked about, he was really jealous of those guys. And what he wants to do is do the dirt like those guys are doing. And that's what makes him the slimiest of the slimy. And again, that's what makes the fake good man slimy, because the fake good man will go out here and he will make it, he will sell women a lie. And as he's selling the woman a lie, she's the one who gets hurt at the end of the day, because she's already been burnt by Pookie and Ray Ray, already been just hurt by him. And this guy further breaks the trust. And this is why we have so many bitter modern women out here seething with anger and putting up an emotional wall that makes it where you can never connect with them, because they have an experience with a dude like a Derrick Jaxn who goes out here and tells them this lie that they're a good man, when really they're up to no good. And as they're up to no good, they just go out here and break a woman's spirit, because Pookie breaks her heart, but this man breaks her spirit. And again, sells you the idea, I'm a good man, when nobody can tell you that they're a good man. No, you show that with your action. You show that with your character. You show that with your example of manhood. And again, a woman knows a good man. If she's got a father or a man in her life, she will tell you, okay, that's a good dude, because she's had a man to show her that example and show her, hey, this is what a man looks like. I've seen my father and I know what a man is. And that's the woman who will go out here and find the good man who has good character, because she's not buying into an image or a social construct. She's seen an actual man. And because she's seen an actual man and seen an actual man participating in actual behavior of good character, she'll find that quality man. And usually what I find with the women who know what a man of character is, they snap guys up off before they even come to the marketplace. I mean, they'll see a guy at a job back in the day, and they'll get that guy very quickly off the market. Or they'll see a guy at school and they'll be like, I gotta go, I'm gonna go get with this guy. They'll find a quiet way to just sneak off and find this guy and make their case. They will get that man off the market quicker. But the women out here who buy into a Derrick Jaxn, they don't understand this. They're out here looking for a social construct and then getting conned by con men who know how to say the right words in social situations and know how to say the right things to go out here and trick them into dropping their draws, because this is what it's all about for these guys. And again, a lot of these guys, these fake good men, they aren't there. There's nothing good about them at all. I mean, there's absolutely nothing about good about a fake good man. A fake good man is a con artist. He's a hustler. I mean, he's everything that he wants to be, everything that Pookie and Ray Ray are. But what he wants to do is try to put a veneer on it to make himself into this so-called good man. And he wants to do what's good for him. And that's what makes him the mirror image of your modern day black woman who is single. She wants the man who is good for her, and he wants what's good for him. And it's like a match made in heaven. Unfortunately, that match made in heaven turns into hell. And it turns into hell because your fake good man and your modern day black woman, they're basically finding each other because they are the mirror image of each other. Again, like attracts like, and people are the reflection of themselves. And most of your fake good men, like your Derrick Jaxn, they only find women like themselves. And in many cases, what happens to these guys is later on in their life, they reap what they sow, greater than they sow, later than they sow. And it's a bitter harvest, because as they're out here using the women out here, they usually eventually wind up running into one who either is crazy or one that winds up using them. And as they run into one who is either crazy or looks to use them, they reap a bitter harvest, because that's when the fake good man finds out that he's not as smart as he thought he was. And that's when these guys eventually wind up playing themselves. Now, your Derrick Jaxn, again, as I see it, again, he's a textbook example of your fake good man that I talked about in that now classic video I made last Sunday. And again, your fake good man, he's a phony baloney. And again, if he has to tell you he's a good man, he's not good at all, because men of character don't tell you that they're good. No, they show you that they're good through their actions. They show you that they're good because they're going to respect people's boundaries. They show you that they have good character because they're going to do what is right. They show you they have good character because they're going to be transparent and honest. They show you they have good character not by what they say, by what they do and how they live, because a man of good character, he lives a different life. And again, he's looking to serve the Most High, and he's looking to live an abundant life, and he's looking for somebody to share in that abundant life. That is what a man of good character wants to do. But many women don't want that man of good character, because that man of good character is going to establish a leadership role. He's going to demand that a woman meet the standards of the Most High, and he's going to demand that that woman go out here and follow his lead. And your modern day feminist black woman does not want to submit to the authority of that man. She does not want to follow the Most High standards. She does not want to follow the lead of that man. And that's why she gets conned by fake good men, because she does not want to go out here and meet those standards. She does not want to submit to his leadership. She does not want to go out here and be a part of God's order. No, that woman does. Most black women, they want to go out here, and I'm not saying all, but most black women, they want to go out here and be the boss because they saw their mother being the head of household, and they're looking for a guy who will go out here and regurgitate feminist talking points they heard on Oprah Winfrey and Ricky Lake and all of these other shows. And that's the guy, again, he's saying all the things that you heard growing up, all the good things that were applauded by people like your Oprah Winfrey and many other people. And he's got the look that makes him look like the images you saw in Ebony and Jet magazine. He's looking like Denzel Washington. He's looking like Will Smith, like your Derrick Jaxn is. He's got the muscles. He's got all the things that you were told a guy is supposed to have. But the whole thing is he's just selling you a fantasy and not reality. And the whole thing is he's a fake good man. And there's nothing good about that guy. And the only thing that most women get who buy into this gimmick is a lot of grief. And once they get that grief, that's when they realize, I got burnt by this so-called good man. But the problem is you weren't good. You weren't honest with yourself. And again, I talk about this in why 70% of black women are single. And this is why women get conned by the fake good man. And then they wind up getting upset. Oh, I'm looking for a good man. No, you're looking for the man that's good for you. And that man who is good for you is only going to give you a good time for a minute or two. And then he's going to go out here and mislead and use you. So I'm going to get ready to wrap up tonight's stream. And if you want to learn more about why so many black women get taken advantage of by guys like a Derrick Jaxn, you can pick up my book, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, in paperback and Kindle format. And you can also find it on Smashwords, the iBookstore, and Google Play. And you can also learn more about why so many women are struggling right now in my book, The Woman Crisis, which you can find on Amazon.com as well in paperback and Kindle format. And you can find The Woman Crisis, which is a book that's sold very well over the last month or so. You can get The Woman Crisis on Amazon.com as well. And that book will also give you more information that will help you be able to break out of the paradigm of being taken advantage of by fake good men. So both of those books have helped lots of women and transform their lives, and they can transform your life as well. So I also have other great fantasy fiction and regular fiction books on Amazon as well, such as the ISIS series and the East Team series. Those are great reading for your kids, and a lot of guys have bought these books for their kids. And those books make great holiday gifts. So there's lots of great books on the SJS Direct imprint. And if you guys want to pick up on some of those books, they are great gifts for your family. You can buy them in paperback and Kindle format. And I'm working hard for some weekend book sales, and I'm hoping you guys will put in some weekend book sales over on Amazon and other online booksellers. And if you guys want to help out the channel, you can also go out here and put up some donation on the Cash App, and you can also put up a super chat as well. It's greatly appreciated. We got 40 likes and we got 39 watches, so we got some good likes today. Again, all your support is greatly appreciated, and it helps me be able to create more projects. So I really want to help everybody. I mean, I'm not the perfect guy out here. I mean, I know I've sinned and come short of God's glory and grace, and I'm not trying to sell myself as some good man, because I know I've seen a lot of so-called good men out here, and these good men are up to no good, and I've seen them do damage to many black women, and that's why we have so many bitter sisters out here with broken hearts, is because they trusted the wrong brothers. And again, when I look at guys like your Derrick Jaxn, he's just like the guys who I grew up with in the Bronx. They were out here putting up the face of a good man, but they were up to no good. And they led to many of these women just being so hard and angry that they were just impossible to be around. So I really want to see sisters go out here and grow and heal. And in order for sisters to heal, they need to understand the tricks of the fake good man. And I'm hoping that this stream showed everybody the tricks of the fake good man, because there's a difference between a man of good character and a so-called good black man. And you need to understand the difference between the two when you're out here in the social marketplace and out here living your life. So I thank everybody for coming out to tonight's stream. I thank you all for spending some time with me on your Friday night. And I hope you'll be there for next week's stream. Everybody have a good evening, and everybody have a good night.